Okay, good day everyone, we're back in Lamplight City. I spent about 10 minutes around here checking the wardrobe and stuff like that. But if you come over here to the window, I don't know whether I didn't click it or whether you have to click it a second time. But it's torn fabric.
Huh. There's a small emblem sewn onto the side of this piece of fabric. It just says SS.
Somebody's initials, maybe?
There we go, got a new clue.
Probably won't be another year or so before the
I remember clicking that because I remember him saying,
It looks rather flimsy.
and I remember him saying that as well. Okay, so let's, now that we've got this new clue, let's piece of fabric seemingly from a garment. It has the emblem sewn on with the initials SS. Let's start asking people about this, I guess.
I have some questions for you, Mr. Harris.
Yes, of course.
I found this bit of torn fabric by the broken window. Do you know anything about it?
Looks like it came from a piece of clothing. Possibly a jacket.
Do the initials SS mean anything to you?
Maybe? I can't really say. You'll have to excuse me, Mr. Fordham. I've got quite a lot on my mind right now. If I can think of anything, I'll be sure to let you know.
Those are all the questions I had for now.
All right.
Okay, well that wasn't very helpful, but
I have some questions for you if you're up to answering them, Mrs. Harris.
I'll try my best, Mr. Fordham.
good. We need to know about this
I
fabric.
found this bit of torn fabric by the broken window. Do you know anything about it?
No, I've never seen it before. Do you think it was left by the kidnapper?
Perhaps. Did the initials SS mean anything to you?
No, I can't think of anyone or anything I know with those initials.
That's all for now, Mrs. Harris.
Okay. Find out who or what SS is. Okay. Let's try our wife, I guess. Addie?
I'm here.
Good to see you've made it back in one piece.
Unlike the fabric. Oh, crap.
I'm heading out.
Give my...
I've got some more questions, Mr. LaFay.
Okay.
Take a look at this piece of fabric. Does it look familiar to you?
Sure, it looks like it came from a jacket. In fact, yes, it's the same fabric as the jacket I'm wearing.
Mind if I took a look at your jacket?
Sure, not a problem. Here.
Can't see any torn. No, what's this do? Aha. Okay.
No tears in mine, huh?
Not a one. You clearly take good care of your clothing.
I don't mean to discourage you, Mr. Fordham, but I've seen a lot of people with this style of jacket. Hell, even Malcolm has one. I remember he was wearing it when he came in here.
I see.
Oh,
Thank you for the information, Mr. LaFay.
okay. According to Chester LaFay, the style of the jacket from which the torn fabric comes from is extremely common. Even Mr. Harris owns one. Okay, right. We're coming back to you, Mr. Harris. You liar.
I'll let you know if I have any more questions, Mr. Harris.
What? We do? Do we not? Yeah. Maybe we talk to his wife. Mrs. Harris.
Sit tight, Mrs. Harris.
Nope. Okay, now. Maybe now we can talk to our wife. Addie.
Honey, I'm home. You know, I've always wanted to say that.
Seeing you come home always puts a smile on my face.
Let her read in peace for now.
Nope. Maybe Constance? Nope, not this. Oh, actually,
Welcome back.
as we're here.
I don't think there's anything.
No, okay.
I'll be going.
May the
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Can we go over my current case?
Of course. What have you got?
I found this torn piece of fabric at the crime scene. It's got an emblem with some initials on it.
I recognize that emblem. It's from Solomon Stitching, a little tailor shop in Lyon. My ex-husband had several jackets from there.
Ooh.
Dredge up old memories, but do you remember where they're located?
I believe it's on the corner of Bonneville Street and Surratt Avenue.
Fantastic. You're helpful as always, Upton.
Yay.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
That's it, I think.
then you'd better get back to it.
Indeed, I better. Investigate Solomon Stitching. Okay. So we have a new place to go to. Oh, over there.
Good day to you, sir. Welcome to Solomon Stitching. I'm Jonah Solomon. Please let me know if I can help you with anything.
Okay, let's
Quite the selection, but I doubt the typical clientele of this place buys off the rack. That coat is so dull. I always prefer the ones with a bit more color. The design of that coat looks awfully familiar.
it does, yeah. Do I have to
The
click it
design
again?
of that-
No, okay.
This guy has been in business forever. Isaac Samuels, the prime minister who freed the slaves. They say even his enemies wept on the day he died. I sure hope I get to meet him someday.
Okay.
My grandmother had one like that. I think it was meant to be relaxing, but it always felt like my time was running out. Now that it has, well, it actually is relaxing. Go figure. That cloth will be a garment soon. A vest, by the looks of it. Or maybe I'm completely wrong, and it's a treasure map.
Okay.
Judging from the position and the lock, this is likely where Mr. Solomon keeps his money. Impressive collection of pattern books. I wish I'd known about this guy when I was alive. I'd have asked him to make me a suit for my funeral.
Okay, let's talk to him.
Mr. Solomon?
Yes, sir. How may I be of service? Oh, let me guess. You're looking to replace that old coat. It looks like it's got quite a few stories it could tell me.
You should listen to the man, Miles. He clearly knows what he's talking about.
Not today, I'm afraid. There's still a few more stories it has left to tell. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Questions? Very well, but if they aren't about tailoring, I don't know how much help I'll be.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
This is a nice shop you have. I never even knew it existed.
Well, better late than never, I always say. Life has a funny way of always taking us where we need to go in the end.
True. Although I think it's easy to miss out on things from time to time.
Oh, of course, it's easy to overlook the details, but in the grand scheme of things, you'll end up where you need to be. And in this case, you ended up here. So, please, feel free to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything you like.
I found this piece of torn fabric with your emblem on it. Can you tell me anything about it?
Yes. Brown, wool, houndstooth. This is from one of the more popular jackets I sell.
And here I thought my ability to name ales within 5 seconds of tasting them was good. This fella has me beat.
Do you have any of them in stock currently?
Well, sure, I've got one on the display dummy over there.
Is there any way you can tell me who you've sold them to?
Ooh, I don't think so. I've sold at least 20 in the past month. As I said, it's a very popular style.
Is there anything you can tell me about this button?
Looks like it's made of wood. Not very well crafted either. Definitely not from one of my products.
Do you by chance employ a seamstress named Linda Walker?
I do, yes.
Is she here?
No, she has the day off today, but she'll be in tomorrow.
Would it be possible to have her address?
Begging your pardon, but why should I give it to you?
It's Crystal Case. She's my sister and we've lost touch. My son and mine were schoolmates. I have I should tell him the truth.
Investigator, and it's crucial to this case.
Well, as I said, she'll be here tomorrow. You can ask her then.
It really is a matter of some urgency.
I'm sure it can wait a day. But if it were really that urgent, I would think the police would be involved, not a private investigator. I'm not obligated to tell you anything, so please, let's move on before I lose my patience.
Bugger.
How did you get into this business, Mr. Solomon?
I was always good with a needle and thread. When I was a boy in Poland, I would help my mother with her sewing. Then, during the war with Russia, I fixed uniforms and stitched up wounds. Not long after that, I moved to Vespuccia, settled here in New Britannia. My first shop was in the Chum, but thankfully, I was very successful and was able to move to Lyon. I won't lie to you, this location is much, much nicer. It's refreshing to not have to step over drunken hobos when I open and close the shop.
Oh, but that's part of the charm of owning a business in the Chum.
Not much else to say beyond that. My business is my life.
You seem very dedicated to your craft.
That's right. You won't see any of that newfangled steam-powered nonsense in here. Everything is done by hand and with care. I use only the finest quality materials and stitch every thread myself. And that's the way it's gonna stay as long as I'm around. It's worked for 45 years. There's no reason to change as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, let's try again.
It's extremely important that I get Mrs. Walker's address.
So you said, but why should I?
Let's go with this one, because he might know about her son.
She's my sister, and we've lost touch.
I thought you said you were a private investigator.
Well, yes, but
I don't appreciate it when people try to make a fool of me, Mr. Fordham. Because I'm a patient man, I'll let this pass for now. But if you try and pull one over on me again, I'll be forced to remove you from my store. Understood?
yes, sir.
You really need to work on your social skills, Miles.
Alright, let's try.
Please, Mr. Solomon, it's extremely important that I get Mrs. Walker's address.
So you said, but why should I?
I know I said I was a private investigator before, but there's a more delicate reason I want to speak with Mrs. Walker.
Oh?
Her son, Alexander, and mine were schoolmates. I just found a book he lent my son, and I wanted to return it. I've been trying to track her down for ages, and only just found out where she worked.
Oh, I see. It was a terrible tragedy what happened with her boy and her husband. I know how private Mrs. Walker is, but I'm sure she would appreciate you returning her son's book. All right. She lives at 403 St. Agnes Street.
Okay.
Couldn't even bring yourself to trick people into thinking their shoelaces were untied? You've come a long way, Miles.
I'll be taking my leave of you now, Mr. Solomon.
Very good.
Yeah, and he took 3 lies to do it. Actually, no, one of them was a truth. But it didn't work. Okay, so Linda's address. Where? This one.
Some people would call that humming and hissing the sound of progress. I'd call it annoying.
Especially if it's outside your bloody.
It says here that Linda walked
Residence.
in the upstairs apartment, and someone named Douglas Emafiel is under the stairs.
Okay.
His machine is quiet. It's already gone up considerably in my estimation.
You can learn a thing or two from it, Bill.
What? Who are you? Are you from the Steamworks?
Afraid not, sir.
Damn. Oh well, what can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about Linda?
Do you know Linda Walker?
Of course. She lives upstairs. Who's asking?
I'm Miles Fordham. I'm trying to find Linda so I can speak with her.
What's your business with her?
I'm afraid that's private.
Well, she's out right now. You'll have to come back another time if you want to visit her.
Do you know when we'll be home? Why did you ask?
I was from the Steamworks.
Because I contacted them a few days ago when my boiler broke, and nobody has come to repair it yet. I should have known better. Those fools always take their time, if they even bother showing up at all. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in here with nothing but cold water. If I catch pneumonia and die, you'll know who to blame.
Have you got any idea when Mrs. Walker will be back?
Not for a few days. She told
Whoa.
me she was going away for a bit. Ah, that reminds me. She asked me to water her plants while she was gone. Just need to remember where I put the spare key.
Did you say something about having a spare key to Mrs. Walker's apartment?
Sure, I'm her landlord. I look after the place when she's gone. Got a bit of a green thumb, that one, so she puts me in charge of watering her plants. The trip up is a bit of a pain, though. My hips aren't what they used to be.
I'm a private detective, and it's of the utmost importance that I get that key from you.
Right. Private detective. I don't have to do anything you say. You're not really the law. So nice try, but I'm not betraying Mrs. Walker's trust so easily.
He says that now, but I'm willing to bet he'd do it if it benefited him in some way.
Sorry to bother you, sir. I'll just be on my way.
Okay. Okay, there's nothing new in the case notes.
Miles, what are you doing? You don't know the first thing about steam engine repair.
It can't be that hard to work out.
If you're serious about getting it fixed, I'd suggest looking for someone who knows about this sort of thing first. But if you just want to charge in blindly, be my guest.
Okay, so what we got? Got a water tank.
To the flue. They must heat up the water in this overgrown tea kettle.
Okay. Got a door. Oh. Can't seem to do anything there. Got a door here.
A fine fuel source.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. To the right? That would make sense, wouldn't it? That would open it up. Or not? Oh, what's this? I've got no idea what I'm doing. Oh. Interesting, that didn't appear to do anything. I feel like there's something.
These pipes are connected to the flue. They must heat up the water in this overgrown tea kettle.
Am I missing a step? Because it's not even like suggesting that it's even starting. Do I need to do it more? No.
It won't go any further.
Okay. See, if it gave me some sort of indication that it was at least going up, I could piss about with these a bit more. Right, what if we go left then?
It won't go any further.
Okay. No, okay.
You should leave this thing
Oh.
unattended before you've made any repairs.
Okay, I need to go get somebody for help, I think. Who would be able to help?
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Can we go over my current case?
Of course. What have you got?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about repairing boilers, would you?
Oh, sure. I fix 10 of them every day before breakfast.
Just thought I'd ask. That's enough about the case for now.
Okay.
That's it, I think.
Then you'd better get back to it.
Okay, I was interrupted just now, so it's been about 2 hours. So I think we're looking for a boilerman or something, boiler person, engineer to help fix this.
Miles, what are you doing? You don't know the first thing about steam engine repair.
Yeah, we heard this before.
To work out?
If you're serious about getting it fixed, I'd suggest looking for someone who knows about this sort of thing first. But if you just want to charge in blindly, be my guest.
Okay.
I've managed to survive the wild...
Hello,
Oh, we're going over there now.
Addie?
what do you need, dear?
Wait, why wasn't this option here before? The fuck? Oh well, whatever.
You wouldn't happen to have any manuals on repairing steam engines in your library, would you?
Thinking of changing careers?
No, there's just a boiler that needs repairing and I need to figure out how to do it.
A boiler? What kind of engine is it?
I'm not sure, but it had Whitney 200 embossed on the side.
Oh, of course. That's one of the most common steam engines around, used in practically everything. In fact, the player piano at the Firkin and Fryer had one, and that thing was always going out of alignment. If that's all that's happened with this one, I know how to fix it. Used to have to do it all the time.
Adelaide Fordham, you are just full of surprises.
Where is this boiler?
Not terribly far. It's a townhouse on St. Agnes in Livingston.
Let's go then. I could use some fresh air. Not quite a player piano, but it shouldn't be too tough. Would you like me to walk you through it, or would you prefer I fix it myself?
You can fix it.
I think I'll let you handle it, dearest. Machine repair isn't my specialty.
All right, let me have a look.
I have no idea why
Just as I thought. It's out of alignment. This will only take a moment.
it didn't let me do this before.
There, just like the old days.
Thank you for your help, dear.
You're welcome. Boilers are a lot like people, you know. Let too much pressure build up inside them, and an explosion becomes inevitable.
Okay.
Well to remember that, dearest. Now I have to be getting to my appointment with Mrs. Lapone. See you tonight.
Radio. Boiler's fixed, mate.
Yes? What is it?
I fixed the boiler for you.
What? Are you serious? It's pretty pathetic when some yahoo off the street does a better job than the people paid to do this sort of thing. I owe you, friend.
Might I take you up on that offer and get that spare key to the apartment?
Oh, right. You said you were a private detective, didn't you? Did Mrs. Walker do something wrong? Is she in trouble?
I'm not entirely sure yet, which is why I need to take a look inside her apartment.
I see. Well, I wouldn't normally do this, but you did me a great service by fixing the boiler. I can't just give you the spare key, but I can let you into the apartment.
That'll be just fine. Thank you.
What in the ether?
Cripes, did a tornado come through this place or what?
Looks as though she definitely left in a hurry. I wonder if she planned on ever coming back.
I'll be waiting for you in the kitchen, Mr. Fordham. Just let me know when you're done looking around.
Will do.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to have my fill of plants and flowers. There's a handwritten note here. Valerian mixed with chamomile. Sedative effects, deep sleep.
Seems Mrs. Walker's an amateur herbalist.
Maybe not so amateur. I'd like to see the look on Mrs. Davis's face if she knew it wasn't a spirit that possessed her. In fact, let's go tell her, so I can see it.
You've gotten fairly misanthropic in your death, Bill.
Have I? I hadn't noticed.
Okay, let's have a look at that. Linda Walker wrote down valerian and chamomile. Jesus Christ. The perfect sedative. Could she have drugged Mrs. Davis's tea? What could she? She did.
She took most everything, though it doesn't appear she had much to take. Torn apart. I thought my apartment was messy.
Okay, I'm going to click this again, because, yeah, there you go. That was obvious.
Really gonna dig through that mess? I sure hope it's worth it.
Okay.
A receipt with yesterday's date. One-way train ticket to Pierre in Lorraine. Departed this afternoon.
Thought she could get away easy, it seems. Well, I hate to disappoint her.
Okay, so we know where she is going now. Okay, don't think we can do anything with the rest of it. Alright.
It's a boy. Can't be more than 7 or 8 years old. If that's Linda's son, why would she leave this behind?
Good question.
That is a good question.
Nice patterns. I wonder if Linda makes all her own clothes. Well, at least that painting cheers the place up a little bit. And the books she left behind are all trashy romance novels. Why wouldn't she take those? They're clearly the best ones.
Does seem strange, doesn't it?
A bit of torn wallpaper looks almost deliberate. What do you know? She hid a book behind the wallpaper. Looks like a journal.
Oh Jesus, okay. April 5th. I don't believe it. Can it be true? At tonight's meeting, I struck up a conversation with Henrietta. Charles Harris was born the day Alexander died, and he has blue eyes. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but this is too perfect to be a fluke. To be sure, I need to find something of Alexander's appropriate for an infant. Maybe his old bear? April 20th. Charles loves Barney. Henrietta told me she's never seen him react with such joy to any of his other playthings. There is no doubt now in my mind Charles Harris is the reincarnation of my beloved Alexander. At last we can be together again. At last I can seek his forgiveness. I just need to find a way to take him from the false parents without getting dear Henrietta involved in trouble. I've had the nightmare again last night. Alexander's cries of "Why did you do it, mother?" were nearly too much to bear. When I have him again, I can finally explain that I couldn't do anything to stop him. Thomas was a monster, and I was his wife. I was at my wit's end. Dear Samuel had helped me so much, and there was no turning back once he had consumed the tainted pie. How was I to know Alexander's friend would take ill and he would arrive home early? Watching my boy share the poisoned meal with his father was the worst moment of my life. I must get him back. So you just sat there and watched your boy... whatever. Finally, after months of thinking, I have a plan. Samuel's instruction on the nature of plants has been the key. I will visit Henrietta tonight at the Harris residence and prepare everything. It must look as though a burglar entered the nursery and tore his coat. In 2 nights, I'll have my baby again.
Well, this is pretty damn incriminating.
Yeah.
I'll say. Now we just need to figure out how she managed to drug Mrs. Davis.
Well, we know how. The plants.
Oh, we've got you now, Linda. Thought you could be clever and get away with the baby, did you?
Bill?
Well, you thought wrong. With Fordham and Legere on the case, the only thing you're getting is a one-way trip to jail.
Bill?
And the worst part is how sloppy she was. I mean, really? She couldn't think to pick up a button? She might as well have left a signed confession in the crib for all the good it did her.
Bill, would you just shut up, for God's sake? Huh? Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's just fine. I just stubbed my toe on the bed frame.
You also be more careful, Mr. Fordham.
Sorry, Miles. You know how I get when we're close to solving a case.
You always do this. I need to concentrate, and I can't hear myself think with you yapping away.
Right, sorry. I'll keep it to myself.
Thank you.
But you have to admit, she really would have saved us the trouble if...
Bill.
Right. Not another peep. As you were. A fairly recent model. Linda must have spent a good portion of her wages on it. Nice patterns. I wonder if Linda makes all her own clothes. Well, at least that painting...
Okay, that does appear to be everything here. Okay, let's head out.
I hope you were able to find out what you needed.
Yes, thank you for your cooperation.
Okay. A receipt for a one-way train ticket to Pierre was found on the floor of Linda's apartment. It's departed this afternoon, so there may still be time to intercept her arrival. Linda's journey details her belief that Charles Harrison is the reincarnation of her dead son, Alexander. That she intends to kidnap the child and reclaim him as her own. Okay. Return to Upton and accuse Arthur at Devon's. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the Spectre Society, I think. Yeah, there's no new places opened up. So we're going to chat with
Mr. Fordham.
Angela. Oh no, we need to go to the nanny, not her.
Hello again, Mr. Fordham.
Hello. Miss Davis.
I have some questions for you, Mrs. Davis.
Mrs. Davis. Alright.
I found this piece of torn fabric in the nursery. Does it look familiar to you?
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
Didn't we ask that before?
Mrs. Davis,
whatever.
Where did you get the tea you drank on the night of the kidnapping?
From my own private supply. I drink a blend of hibiscus and elderberry. It clears the mind and puts me more in tune with the spirits.
Did it taste off to you?
No. Why do you ask?
Because I think your tea may have been drugged.
Wait, are you saying?
I believe Mrs. Walker used her own herbs to drug your tea, knowing you'd drink a cup the following evening. She then snuck into the house after you'd fallen asleep and took the child.
Oh my word, I never would have thought.
No, Mrs. Davis. But don't worry, I'm doing everything I can to find her.
Oh, may the spirits guide you, Mr. Fordham.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Davis.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Okay. So
I'd say we have everything we need to prove it was Linda who drugged Mrs. Davis's tea and took the child. And we know where she's going, too. Upton will want to know about this as soon as possible.
there we go. So case
How's it going now, Mrs.
solved.
Davis?
May the spirits guide your path.
You know what I might do actually? I might just stick this on the end of the last thing anyway, depending on how long this wrap up is.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
I'm ready to wrap this case up.
Okay, who's your prime suspect?
Linda Walker.
Linda Walker,
Who is she?
a seamstress who befriended the Harris family nanny. She took the child because she believes he's the reincarnation of her deceased son, whom she accidentally poisoned.
My God.
You'll find a journal explaining her motive at her apartment, as well as the plants she used to drug Mrs. Davis.
But what about the broken window in the nursery?
All part of a false crime scene she set up to draw our attention away from her.
Excellent work, Miles. Did you manage to find out where Mrs. Walker is now?
Yes, I found a receipt for a one-way train ticket to Pierre, which departed this afternoon.
Fantastic. We can send a telegram to the train station and have her arrested upon arrival. You've done extremely well, Fordham. Snelling could only hope to have a detective as good as you again.
You flatter me.
Then I'd better stop before your head gets any bigger. All right, Miles. I'll go through the proper channels and report your information as an anonymous tip. And of course, I'll dip into the department's Good Samaritan fund to get you proper compensation for your work. For now, go home to your wife. I'm sure I'll have something else for you to look into fairly soon.
Cool. Lovely stuff.
Welcome
It's
to
a-
Lorraine. An awfully cute baby you got there.
Oh, thank you, sir. This is my son, Alexander.
Alexander. That's a good name. Strong name.
Yes, thank you. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in a bit of a hurry and I need to get to my hotel.
Of course. I won't keep you any longer, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you. Wait. How did you know my name?
I didn't. It was a lucky guess. Well, seeing as I know your name, allow me to tell you mine. I'm Sheriff Zeke Dollarhide. Linda Walker, you are under arrest for the kidnapping of Charles Harris. Surrender the child and come with me.
No, you've got it all wrong. This is my son. This is my Alexander.
Ma'am, please don't make this difficult. Come along to the station and we'll get this all sorted out.
She's got an achievement called... Oh, I've got another achievement there as well. I'll wait till this
Are you home?
Still at her appointment, it would seem. You know, Miles, I have to say, I'm proud of you.
Why's that?
It's because you actually listened.
So does this mean you'll keep quiet until morning?
I said I was proud of you. I didn't say you were getting a reprieve.
Then I need to figure out how I'm going to sleep through the night without the soporific.
You worry about that too much, Miles. You can sleep when you're dead.
You don't ever seem to.
That's because I slept quite enough when I was alive.
In any case, I need to clear my head. The best way to do that after a case was always going for a drink at the Angel.
The Angel? But you haven't been there since...
Since you died. But perhaps getting back into old routines will help.
Perhaps. It would be nice to see old Patrick again at the very least. Then it's settled. A drink or two at the Angel, for old time's sake.
I have to say, it's been a real pleasure having you back, Miles. I was worried about you.
I appreciate your concern, Patrick. The past few months have been a bit rough, but it's good to be back in familiar territory.
Miles, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Well, it may be none of my business, and you can feel free to tell me to stuff it.
Enough with the preamble, Patrick. Ask.
I know you quit the force, but why are you still working as a private investigator? Why not leave all that detecting stuff behind?
I don't know how to do anything else. I'll go insane if I don't. You're right, it isn't any of... Oh, let's go with the top one.
It's all I know. My grandfather was a cop, my father was a cop, so I became a cop. That's just how it went.
Oh, I hear ya. I come from 3 generations of butchers myself, but I broke the streak because I can't handle the sight of blood.
Fair enough.
Only that had been true in my case.
Well then, will you be wanting another drink?
I'm not sure. I've already had 2. I should probably be getting... Wait a minute. Patrick, do you hear something?
No, Miles. I don't hear anything.
Neither do I.
Oh, Bill's gone.
Another gin, if you please.
Oh no, don't.
Coming right up.
Don't give yourself alcoholism. Jesus. Give yourself alcoholism. Yeah, as if that's how it works. You know what I mean? Oh. Who's this?
I must have taken a wrong turn back there. Hopefully Addie won't hear me come in.
Okay. Shadowy figure.
Excuse me, sir. Could you spare a shilling?
Sorry, I'm all out of coins. Here you are. Let's go with sorry, I'm all out of coins. Because I don't want to get close to him.
But I'm all out of coins. Perhaps next time.
Spent them all at the pub, didn't you? I should have guessed.
I beg your pardon?
Just look at yourself. I may be a beggar, but even I feel sorry for you.
Do I know you from somewhere? Your voice sounds very familiar to me.
Your voice? I've heard it before.
Yes, that's right. I'm your biggest failure.
What are you talking about?
Come now, Miles, you're not completely stupid. You think finding and catching me is going to make things better?
Oh. Yes, I owe it to Bill. Maybe not. But at least I'll have some closure. It has to. I can't continue like this. Let's go with... I owe it to Bill. Or let's go with... Maybe not. But at least I'll have some closure. Oh, I don't know. I do owe it to Bill to catch him, but that's,
yes,
you know.
I do. I owe it to Bill, and that's enough to make it worth doing.
That's very touching. But you need to face reality. Let's say you do find me, and this grand chase finally ends. What do you do the next morning? You still have a dead partner, no real job. Your wife knows you've been keeping things from her. Even if you solve 100 cases, it won't relieve that empty feeling inside.
What's your point?
I'm all you've got, Miles. Once I'm gone, there'll be nothing left. So just admit it. You don't want to find me. Not really.
I.
Bedrooms.
You could say that. My head. How many drinks did I have last night?
You're asking the wrong person. I was out after the first one.
It seems Miss Maxwell was right about the effects of spirits. Go figure.
Yeah, well, let's not make a habit out of it, all right?
Okay, I don't know how this part's going to be, but I'm going to add this to the last. So I got interrupted halfway through the last part. I don't know if I'll include that in. I might cut that part out where I say that. But it's this part, like episode 10, what is going to be episode 10, is actually taken about 4 hours because of I had multiple interruptions, etc. And I ended the episode, but then I carried on. And I think I'm going to stick this on the end, so I'll cut out the bit where I mention, it's been 2 hours, etc. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. That's another case solved. I don't know what. It's weird that Addie isn't around. I feel like maybe she's been taken. Does anybody else think that as well? Anyway, yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed. Have a good day, everyone. Hopefully speak to you soon. Bye.